Hello guys, welcome to another tutorial. Today we're going over how to remove the rear wheel. We're going to do it on the Lancet 2, but this procedure works on all of our models. Okay, so first try to put the bike on the stand, or if you don't have one, just flip it on the ground so it would be easier for you. First we begin by opening the nuts on the left and right using a 19mm socket and a ratchet driver, or just a wrench. We rotate counterclockwise. Also keep an eye out on the order of the washers and the spacers, so when you're putting it back on, you know which one's going first. Then using a cable cutter, we cut the zip tie holding the motor cable. As you can see, there's some tension on the belt, so when you're pulling out the wheel, just be careful in order to be able to loosen it a little bit. And then take the belt out carefully. So first things first, we cover any electrical connection with the tape to avoid water damage. And then we find the valve and make sure there's no air inside the tube. We squeeze the tube to let it loose. And then we spray some soapy water. And since we just want to change the tubes, we don't need to take the tire out. So we just start by pulling out the valve, and then we carefully take out the tube to avoid any pinching. If it doesn't come out easily, we spray some soapy water. Make sure not to pinch the tube. And here you go. You have your tube out. The tire stays on, and so we just replace the tube. Also, you have to take the tire out to change the tire. When putting the new tire back on, you keep an eye on the direction in order to not mess it up. Getting the new tube, and we put a little bit of air inside in order to form a circular shape. As you can see, it's pretty much loose, so it's going to be easier for us, just a little bit. And here we go. Then we put some soapy water on the tube in order to not get pinched when we installing it. We start by putting it on where the valve is located. First put the valve on. And now we just continue inserting the tire wall. We first try doing it by hand, or if the tire is fat, it's gonna be hard, so we just use the tire lever. As you can see, the tire is popping out from the other side, which we have to do with the lever. And done. We make sure the tire and the tube are seated correctly, and once everything looks good, we put air in our tire. When we're putting air in the tire, we make sure that it's all seated correctly. If we notice somewhere is popping out, we repeat the process and push that area. This specific tire and tube need 60 psi, so we set it to 60. It's always recommended to air up to the maximum pressure rated on the tire or the tube in order for it to seat correctly. And then you can put it back down to 50 or whatever you want. And just like that, you have a new tire and tube. And it's now ready to go back on the bike. To put the wheel back on, make sure the belt is sitting properly on the chainring. Pull it a little bit, bring the wheel up, put the belt on the wheel, and then slowly rotate the wheel until this washer matches the direction, and then slowly let it sit. Make sure both sides are flush and it's sitting level, and then putting back the spacers accordingly. The torque rating on these type of rear axles are around 35 Newton meters. So just to be safe, I would at least torque it up to 30 Newton meters.